Okay, this is a 2000 Chevrolet Astro van, and problem is I'm not getting any. heat blowing on the from the floor. It's just coming out the defrost vents. Blower works, and this is that elusive vacuum line that everybody talks about in all the videos, and I've kind of modified it a little bit, but this is not the problem. This usually is this vacuum line here, which typically this vacuum line actually sits back here, back in here, but I just put a longer hose on it so I can get access to it and play with it. This is the check valve right here. I just tested that, and this other line right here at the bottom, got the tape on. That line runs to that vacuum canister, which is kind of a spherical or ball down, way down. I don't think you can see it. It's down, way down at the bottom part of this engine. It's really hard to see. But this line actually connects to the driver's side, goes to the driver's side of the engine, to the input of the vacuum over there on the driver's side. So all my vacuum lines are connected up, but I'm still not getting heat blowing towards the floor. Inside here, and I didn't see any videos on this, but on the Chevrolet Astro passenger side, which is the right side of the van, you can see some of your actuators here by the kick panel, the firewall. This is one of the actuators right here. When I switch from, this is right by the side panel, kick panel on the passenger side. This light set up, and you might actually be able to see it move. If I can't get the light there, we can see it move. But let's see if I can. When you go from floor heat to instrument panel heat, see that move? That's IP panel. And then when I flip it to floor, see it come back up? You also have another actuator, and the actuators control the vents. Back there in the back, again by the kick panel, it's kind of hard to, can't hardly get under here. I'll touch it with a pointer here. Let's see. This deal right there, it's got those, kind of looks like a dish or something turned sideways that I'm touching right there in black. That thing, that's the other actuator. That one comes on when you go to max AC. So that one will open a vent when you flip to max AC. That one works, and this one is working. So I think there's a third actuator somewhere in here, and it's probably in this housing somewhere. I'm going to pull this cover off here and just kind of get into this thing, see if I can find that third actuator. But I'm only getting air here out of my IP vents in the front. I'm not getting any air coming out towards, well, this is this opening here. That's where the duct goes in that comes down to the floor and comes out. And actually I have rear floor vents, and it plugs into there, and it blows the air out of the back rear floor vent. So I'm not getting air there coming. I'm not getting any air, or a lot of air coming out of here. It's just real minute amount. So open this thing up, show you what it looks like in here, see if we can find this problem. Okay. To get into this panel here, and you might want to go ahead and, if you got an airbag like I do, you might want to go ahead and disconnect your battery, so you won't accidentally trigger your airbag. That can be a bad day there. Want to looks like you got two You got two bolts to take out. Looks like one here, the other one, you know, there, right there, on each side of the bottom of this panel over here. And then you got a, barely get to it, over here in the corner, passenger side, you got a, it looks like a Torex type star. I think that looks like a T15 Torex. What I'm going to use to get to it, because your door, you don't have that much room here, so you're going to need to use either a short driver, or you can use like what I'm using here. This is just a screwdriver I adapt. It's a ratchet driver with a flex. I got a flex in, so I can just plug this flexible end in there and unscrew this thing from here. Okay. I'm going to have to stop videoing this so I can take this off. Okay, I took the panel off, and you can kind of see the whole blower assembly on this Astro van. You can see that there's that actuator here. This light up here. There's the actuator, one of them, I don't know which one. Probably can see it move a lot better now. See that? I go from, that's on floor heat to face. And I'm going to flip to face, or IP. See, it goes back down, so that one's working. I found a third actuator you can barely see. Way back in there. That white, I can't even point to it because I got the light in one hand and I got the phone in my other, so I can't really point. But that white, that's a white, some type of white connector that goes to the doors that open and close them. And there's a little silver rod connected to it that goes to the actuator back there. It's way back behind these this ductwork. And it's moving, but barely. Let me see if I can flip something on or off. And I go from face. See it moving? That's from floor. Okay, there we go. From floor, face. See how it's moving up? That little silver thing is moving up and down, but it's barely moving, not like the other actuators. So something's wrong with that actuator. That's why I'm not getting anything on the floor. It's all just coming out the IP panel vents. You see it going up and down, it's broken, something's going on there. So either the hose is, the vacuum line is cracked or cut where it's not getting full vacuum, or that actuator is bad in the vacuum line. So that's where it's located, and that's on the, that's right over, there's the engine cover doghouse. It's to the right in the back of that doghouse, to the right side of it and in the back. And get the lights in there, that's it, back there. Okay, this actuator back here, the one that's hard to get to, the one that controls the air to the, I think they call it a mode actuator. The air goes to the, this is on the, air goes to the floor, between floor and defrost. It's on the left side of your ductwork, between the engine. Here's the engine, the cover's pulled back. The engine, the ductwork. What I did was I slid a big screwdriver here between this mounting bracing and the ductwork. It's a little slot, and if you can get that screwdriver, you slide it back. I can show you behind the actuator. I can't hardly do this and hold the camera at the same time in a light. But see that screwdriver moving back and forth? Just get it behind the actuator and pry it up. and it's just actually slid on. When I take it off, I'll show you. It's just slid on those mounting posts. It's not screwed in. It's just slid on the mounting posts. And the that white hook you see with that metal, see that long metal deal coming off, going into the actuator, is tilted now to the left on that white hook. You just slide it back here, push it back with the screwdriver, slide your actuator back using that screwdriver, and then I can tilt it on up, take it off, and then take the lever or whatever that is on that actuator, that arm, and then I can just pull it, take it up off that white hook where it controls the mold door.